Okay, so the way that this works.
So in between our lessons of hot and crazy, we answer phone calls for real estate.
Right.
We're working.
Okay. This is the 80%, okay? 20% phone call, 80% lessons.
That's right.
So, okay, so.
Divulge the secret, please.
So what it is, it's an even ratio, right? So like just your standard average guy and gal, whatever, you know. So
Joe.
So if you're and this parallels with what your number is, right?
And your number is?
I'd say I'm like a solid 6.8.
Okay. 6.8. Okay. 6.8.
Yeah,
Solid.
Solid.
a solid though, you know. Maybe like a 6.85. Depending on who you ask. But okay. And this is all up for interpretation. Because some people might think like there's a level of crazy that they're okay with. Like, there's certain crazy things. It's like, dude, that when she gets angry, she's super crazy.
When she bites her toenails?
Yeah, she keeps toenails next to her bedside and she chews on them at night while she's reading.
That's gross.
I'm okay with that.
You are sick.
Because here's the thing.
Disgusting. That's
But
disgusting.
this is where the chart comes into play, right?
Oh my god.
If she's a 10 hot,
And she's smoking hot.
right? Smoking hot. Okay? How crazy do you think, if it's just the toenails, how crazy is that on a scale from 1 to 10?
That's disgusting.
How crazy is that, though? From a scale from 1 to 10,
A
where would you
10.
put that?
I don't know.
I'd say a 7.
I'd say it's going up there because that's
7,
just
8?
a little weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if it's a 7, right? If she's a 7 crazy, that means if she's a 7 hot, it works. There's your equilibrium. Now, some people, though, they just can't do crazy, right? So the numerical value of 10 may stop for some people at, like, say 7. So 7's as crazy as they'll be with, right? So minimum would be 3 hot. That's where they start. There's no going below 3 hot. So
Next time have pictures of what 3 hot is.
so basically
Oh god.
so basically, I guess to get back to the point before,
Another chart.
anything in here, so over a 7 hot, if she's 7 crazy, anything over 7, you're okay. Does that make sense?
Sure.
You put too much pressure on me videotaping it. So
if she's a 7 hot, she has to be a 7 crazy.
no, she doesn't have to be.
But that's
Right.
the ratio.
Right. So it's saying, like, if you're going for
Take you and the girl, the crazy hot girl.
Okay, so if she's a 7 crazy, she at least has to be a 7 hot or higher. Am I understanding this right?
yeah.
Like, why am I getting
Let me
schooled on
start.
hot
Let me
women?
start
Because
over.
I'm married and I don't care. But
Okay.
For all the other single girls out there, Alice.
oh my goodness, yeah, all you single girls, I'm taking a hit for you. Oh, you're handing that eraser.
Here it is. Okay.
I've never heard of such a chart, and I'm trying to figure this out.
I know.
'Cause I am single.
Well, and what's crazy about it is that you and Adam had this conversation the other day, and you both
understood
apparently agreed and understood it.
And you do this in your head every girl you meet.
Okay.
We can't
a
post
girl-
this because the girls would be like,
Let's
I
just
don't
put
know.
it this way. Okay. If a girl's 5 crazy,
She at
okay.
least has to be a 5 hot.
It depends on it. It's all up for interpretation, right?
On each
Girls-
person.
Yeah. Girls 5 crazy, right?
Your 5 would be different than another person's 5.
If somebody can't do anything over 5 crazy,
That's their 10.
that's their 10. They
Yeah.
just don't do craziness. But they're looking for an 8 hot or better. Okay? So if this is 8, and they need 8 hot or better, right?
Right.
But only 5 crazy, then that means this is how much
So go over.
of the dating pool that they have
So
to
it
date.
So it shrinks the dating pool down, is basically what you're saying.
Right. So out of 100, now they've only got
Like 20.
15% of the dating pool that they would actually entertain dating. And that's if it's an even ratio for the disbursement of 1 through 10s. Now the issue with that, okay, we're going to get into a little probability and statistics, right? So here's the bell curve, right? When we're talking about 10s and 1s, what you find is that, let's see, what is it, 34%?
Not just 30, but 34.
So 68% total fall within this first deviation, right?
Okay.
So that would be your, what would that be, like 2.1 to, was that 8.1 or something like that? Whatever it is. We can look at the numbers later, okay? So from a 2.1 to an 8.1 on the scale from 1 to 10, you've got 68% of people that fall within that. And then you start getting outside of those deviations, and there's less than 1%, that's 10, but there's also less than 1%, that's a 1.
So you don't have to deal with the less than 1%. You're okay for the ones.
Right. So
You know what a 1 looks like?
So when you apply this, rather than this being 15% market share of looking for the 8 to 10 hot, you have to plug it into here and you have to go off of this. Well, okay, it's got to be outside of this deviation from an 8 to a 10, which is going to be 16.
Oh, I got to freeze right there. My battery's going dead. I've got to
14.
take it up. Just a sec.